So, you want to learn how to wheelie. In this video, I'm going to teach you everything you need to know to wheelie. Today, I'm on my Talaria MX5 Pro. This video will teach you how to wheelie any bike. It doesn't really matter what bike it is. For this bike, I'm on an electric dirt bike. Pretty powerful. It's like 18 kilowatt. I'd say e-bikes are probably the best bet for learning how to wheelie. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do when learning to wheelie is just start with the foot drags. For this, I recommend you be in eco mode. If you're on a dirt bike with gears, first gear, what you're going to want to do is sit all the way back on the seat. That's the front, that's the back. You want to be sitting back here. You want all your weight to the farthest back you can to help pop the front wheel up. Also, you're going to want to put it in eco mode so it doesn't give you too much torque, because you're going to be doing this from a dead stop. You don't need a whole lot of power to pop it up from a dead stop. Just a little bit. So you're going to want to lean in, pull back, give it throttle, right? See, I don't even need to do anything. It'll just come up. But we're going to get used to the body movement, using your body to pop up the front wheel with the throttle. So, sit all the way back on the seat, lean in, pull back, throttle. Now it's going to go really far back, right? So you're going to want to be ready to use that brake. But it's okay if it falls, if it drops. It's probably best that you drop it practicing this than like actually doing a wheelie, So, lean in, pull back, throttle, brake when it's too far up and you can feel it falling backwards. You'll be able to catch it. You'll know when it's about to fall backwards onto you, So, the brake. Now hold the bike up in the air. This is going to give you a good idea of balance point. Just walk the bike around, keeping it in the air. Go too far back, hit the brake. Let it go forward, give it some more throttle. And just walk the bike around until you feel comfortable, until it's boring. And once you can just walk the bike, then I recommend you do the foot drags just so you don't loop the bike onto yourself. And you can get used to that balance point, get a visual of it. So, sit all the way back on the seat, feet on the ground, lean in, pull back, throttle, hit the brake when it gets scary. Boom. Now, just let the bike take you. At first, it's going to be really hard to keep the bike straight. That's okay. Just find a place where, like, if the road's too narrow and you keep veering off left and right, find like a field or a yard or something, because it's okay to not be going completely straight when you're first learning. You just want to learn keeping the wheel up. Don't worry about which direction you're going. Once you got foot drags down and you can drag your feet, and you can basically do this for a long time, and you're comfortable with balance point, time to put your feet up on the pegs. That's when it comes to a real wheelie. For me, it took a little bit to get that down, to have do a wheelie with my feet on the pegs. So what helped was practicing a circle wheelie. So a circle wheelie is this. You put your foot on the peg. You just do a circle, right? Now this is a really easy trick to learn. Might be easier than a foot drag, depends on who you are. So you're going to want to do the first thing I taught you, which is pop the wheel up, right? But this time you're going to put your right or your left foot on. Well, either foot doesn't matter. But pop it up in the air. Hold it in the air. Once you can hold it in the air, put your foot on the peg and start doing circles, right? And that'll get you used to having your foot up on the peg while doing a wheelie. Now, if you got all that down and you can do a foot drag, circle wheelies, whatever, you're gonna have to move on to the real wheelies. Now this is where it gets a little sketchier. I'd say get moving like 10, 15, depends on the bike, of course, but get moving to like a decent speed where like if you let off the throttle you can just keep coasting forward, but not too fast that you're scared. You want to be practicing it slow so you're not scared of crashing, right? You don't want to be practicing power wheelies. So get up to 10. Same thing as a foot drag. Lean in, pull back, throttle, right? Now with your feet on the pegs and your back, right? You're going to be using your whole body to steer the bike and keep it upright. When you pop it up, you're leaning forward, pulling back, giving it throttle, hit the brake when it goes too far back, right? But to actually steer the bike while it's in a wheelie, you need to apply pressure to whichever foot peg, the opposite foot peg of the direction you want to go. So if I want to go right, I'm going to put more pressure down on my left foot peg, and it's going to push my tire right. And if I want to go left, I'd put more pressure on my right foot peg, and it will bring my bike to the left. Now, if you can do a wheelie with your feet on the pegs, the way to know if you're really progressing or not is if you're bringing it so far back that you have to hit the brake. If you're not hitting the brake while wheeling, you're probably power wheeling. If you're constantly gaining speed in the wheelie, that's not good. You want to be hovering around the same speed the whole wheelie. Keep that in mind. It's better to practice with less power. Like, it's better to learn in eco mode than any other mode because you're going to be relying more on body position than actual power, When it's all power, all you got to do is twist the throttle and it'll just power wheelie you. Now for some of the more advanced tricks, do a side saddle. Now a side saddle is where you have both your feet on the same side of the bike. You're going to want to kick your feet over and put your right foot on the foot peg and let your left foot hang. And same as all the other wheelies, lean in, throttle, hit the brake when it goes too far high up. But with this, you only got one foot on the peg, so you can't steer as if you had both feet on, basically. You're just relying on the one foot peg. So, show that again. Both feet on the one side of the seat. Put your right foot on the foot peg, get it locked in so it doesn't slide off, and then lean forward, pull back, throttle. Now for like a knee knocker, for this you're going to want to do the same things as before. Lean in, pull back, throttle, hit the brake when it's too high up. Your wrist position for this is going to be a little bit more different than the other ones because, I don't know, when you're standing up, your wrist position is just different. So you're going to want your wrist more like that. So when you're up there, your wrist isn't like crooked, it's straight. Get going like 10. Have my wrist more like that instead of like that. So when I'm popping it up, my wrist is straight. You know what I mean? What we covered today: foot drags, circle wheelies, side saddles, and knee knockers. With those 4 things I taught you, that's all you really need to know to wheelie. I mean, once you have all of those down, you really, you've mastered it. I mean, there's a couple other tricks like standing on the seat, stuff like that, but the only way to really get that good is to just practice. There's no cheat code to this. There's no coach. No coach can tell you how to wheelie. Like, he can give you tips, and that's about all. The best way to get better is seat time. Just practice every single day, even if you don't feel like it. Just hop on the bike. Trust me, once you get on the bike, it's 10 times more fun. Like, when you're sitting in your room thinking about, oh, I don't want to practice, I'm tired, I just got off work, I just got home from school, whatever it is, just practice anyways. Trust me, once you get on the bike, you're going to have so much more energy. You're going to be like, why wasn't I on the bike earlier? So just practice every day, even if it's cold out, if it's hot out, if it's raining. Practice in all the climates, all the conditions. It's the best way to get better. Doesn't matter what bike you have either. I used to think it really mattered what bike you got, but I mean, you can have a freaking crazy e-bike, or you can have a basic Chinese dirt bike, whatever, dude, you can have a moped, a pedal bike. It really doesn't matter. You don't really need the power to wheelie. You just need the balance point, you know? Like, you just need to be able to pop it up. And once you're up there, I mean, you don't need a whole lot of horsepower to keep you going. It's more about just skill and body position. If you got any questions, you can always ask me in the comments. I'm definitely going to answer. It's worth it to learn. I mean, there's a lot of benefits to it. If you ever accidentally pop the wheel up, you know, and you don't know how to wheelie, you're going to probably crash, right? Especially if it goes way too high up. But if you're used to wheeling a bike and the bike comes up in damn near loops, you know, you won't even be panicking. You'll just smack that brake and come right back down, and you know you won't fly off the bike like some other people might. It is dangerous. I'd wear a helmet and I'd start on grass. That's what I did. I
They
started
say
practicing on
they're
grass
social
first,
animals, they can't
and it
deny.
definitely saved me some skin chunks.
But you can
But
get
it's worth it.
pretty
It's
mad at
not that
yourself.
bad, honestly. Like most people are hitting, 100-foot
But
jumps on dirt bikes.
instead
Like
of feeling
a
alone,
little wheelie really ain't
it's better
shit,
to have
you
real
know,
solitude and
in the
let
grand
yourself
scheme of
be.
things. It's dangerous and you can get hurt, but so is jogging and so is fucking bow hunting. So, any questions, ask me. You want me to, got any video ideas? Want me to make a video? Comment it. Peace.